What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon Haneline, your Jeep informant. Now today we're going to be talking about the new 2-liter turbo on the Jeep Cherokee and the Jeep Wrangler. There are two new recalls that were just launched last week. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about them and let you know what to expect if you are involved in this recall. Welcome back. Now, before we get started, I want to let you know that I do release a weekly recall newsletter every Thursday night. I send out stuff like this right here, and you get it before anybody else does, all right? So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you see the description area down below. Take you right to the website, all right? Now, let's go ahead and get it started. The first one here is the U75. We have two, U75 and a U77. The U75 is for both the Cherokee and Wrangler, and it is for an oil change, as silly as it sounds. Factory fuel on about almost 16,000 vehicles. They basically put the wrong oil in there. So they put 520 instead of 530. Now this vehicle is not subject to this recall, but I do want to show you kind of how you can look and see. All right, so what they're going to be doing if you are part of this recall, they're going to send you a letter saying that your recall is involved in this, and they do have the parts available now. So you're going to bring the vehicle in. They're going to change the oil and the filter and the oil fill cap, because the oil fill cap says 5W20 on it, and it's not supposed to say that. It's supposed to be 5W30. Okay, so let's take a look at that. I'll show you exactly where that's at. Okay, so as you can see here on this one here, it does say 5W30 APISN plus. So that one's good. Now that's not how you need to check to see if your vehicle is subject for the recall. What you need to do is go to the link down below. Okay, it's Mopar's official recall website. You're going to type in your 17 character VIN number, and you're going to see if your vehicle is subject to that recall. And as you can see here, basically it just says they're going to be replacing the engine oil and the oil filter and the oil fill cap. All right, and then we're going to insert an addendum card in the owner's manual located in the glove box. Now that's something that your dealership will do. As you can see here, the vehicles that are involved are month, day, hour 08/24/14 through 05/23/00. So let me show you where to find this information here. This is what 08 is August the 24th, the 14th hour of the day, through May the 23rd, the 0 hour of the day. So I'll show you where you can find that right quick, and then you can find that in the door jamb right here. So you can see this one says 07/28/18. So this one was built after that number. This one's built July the 28th, the 18th hour of the day. All right, well, enough of that U75 recall. Let's move on over to the U77 recall. Now this involves both the 19 Cherokee and the 18 Jeep Wrangler that has that 2-liter engine in it. Okay, now also this vehicle is not subject to the EGR recall, this exhaust gas recirculation hose. We looked at this vehicle here, was built July the 28th, I think it was. But let's take a little bit more look here and see what this consists of. Now basically what we have here is that the EGR hose, the clamp for that hose, okay, the clamp actually is out of position, is not in the correct position, and will allow the hose to flex and then rub and cause a possible tear in the hose. So let me show you, I'm going to show you here in just a second what that consists of. But what you have to do is, the repair is to replace that EGR hose. So there's no inspect or nothing, it must be replaced. All right, so let's take a closer look at that. Let's go ahead and take this upper panel off. Well, I'm glad that hit the ground. Now the EGR valve is over here on the passenger side, the right hand side of the vehicle, and when they do this recall, what's going to happen is they're going to be replacing this EGR hose. Okay, so this is going to have to come off, and let me show you which hose is going to be replaced. I'm not going to replace this one because this vehicle is not part of the recall. I just would like to show you what's going on and why. All right, so if you take a look at kind of the end of the recall here, what we have is you installing a new hose. Okay, now the hose that we have currently has this clamp on it here, and then another style clamp like that, this down here. Okay, so I guess what the issue is this clamp could be rubbing into this right here, this intake tube, that could cause a hole at some point in time, and down here at the bottom also, because what they have you doing here is installing this new hose with a worm clamp on it that has alignment marks there. Okay, that if for any reason this gets twisted, that you got to make sure that you get these lined up, it says here. And then once you get that installed, then you have to bend this tab over, which sounds ridiculous to me, but I guess that's the issue, is that it's rubbing in places it's not supposed to, so we're trying to prevent that. But that's what this U77 recall is about. Now, if your Jeep is involved in one or both of these recalls, make sure that you call the local dealership and go ahead and get the parts on order. And the reason I say that is because these parts have to be replaced during this recall. This is not an inspect and repair, so the parts will need to be ordered first to make sure that they're in stock. Okay, so you don't have to make several different trips. I know nobody likes going to the dealership more than the dentist, right? Now guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the weekly recall newsletter. All right, I'll leave that link down in the description area below, and I'll also leave a link to this shirt and any touch-up paint that you might need for your Jeep JL Wrangler. All right, thanks guys, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.